Hey fellers, this is Rusty coming at you. Kind of doing a continuation of the video that's out on all three of these. I released this one first a long time ago. That's my frost caliber. It's got this bullet, and it's a sagebrush jigging. So that's what your jigging looks like. It's called a midlock. Okay, it doesn't have the greatest spring, but it's a lock back. It's going to be in 440A, and we'll just take a peek at that. You can get these, around for 20-25 bucks, maybe in the $15 range. And I had this one, and I kind of mentioned the similarities with the case Copperlock, which is up here. This is one of Rough Ryder's midlocks. They call it a Copperhead midlock. I got the one in the black bone, so we're going to let you take a peek at that. And it's got a black, what they might call a stained shield. It's got a lot of pins in it, and it's thick. And we got those red liners, but I think they're really well done. And it's also seems very sturdy. So the tang on that, very good. Brass liners, G10 underliners, half stop, nice, solid half stop, and like a satin finish on the blade with a swedge, and very, very pokey. Okay, long nail nick, great fit and finish. Makes me wonder about how many pins they got, but threaded bolsters. There's a centering. So we'll open that up. I think it locks up solid. I should probably... Okay, the centering's not there. I think I paid $27 for that Rough Ryder. So when you get down to it, it's a really great deal for the materials and build quality. Okay, the case. I paid $75 range for this. I kind of forget. Red bone. Well, that's cow bone. Not sure how I feel about the die on this upper side. How the red came out. They got quite a few pins. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, and Rough Ryder has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have 2 pins less. This would be a copperhead too, because what a copperhead's going to do is cover that tang. So how this comes up and covers that tang, and then it's a midlock, and Case just calls it the Copperlock. So we got the brass liners, very well. You know, Case does a great job on their polishing of these knives. So we'll do a little comparison. First we'll do the blades on the Frost, and you can tell who Frost is trying to be. Okay, and for 25 bucks, one thing I noticed, they didn't do a bad job on the die. And that's something, let me get my hand over here. That's something that I get on Case about. This side of my Case knife looks great. I'm gonna have to hit pause. I'm off balance here. So anyway, that side of my Case knife looks great, and the show side also beats the Frost knife. So Case is definitely a step above on the blades, fit and finish, and everything. It's a little heavier. This one's a little lighter. Look at the tang contact. I think this is a very usable knife. If you lose it, break it, you can buy 3 of them for the price of one of these. Then we move on to the Rough Ryder. So we're going to compare these blade shapes. Not quite sure if Andy Armstrong, I think is his name, gets any credit. He was at Rough Ryder, moved over to Rosecraft in the design on that, but Andy likes these swedges from my understanding, and does a better job on the tip of this knife, in my opinion. You still have a usable belly. Case has a bigger belly. You can do more poking. Sorry about that, guys. And long pull on both of them. And this is how we're looking. Carbon steel here, 440. And let's see. Okay, both of them have really good, shall we say, fit and finish fitment. And let's do a, all right, so case is much slimmer and the Rough Ryder is much, it's heavier. Okay, smooth black bone here versus dark red peach seed jigging on this other one. $27 for the Rough Ryder, $75 for the case. I think this is a harder use knife, but maybe that's because I don't think I'll use my case very hard. It might be, case tends to hold their value pretty well, and then Rough Ryder does too, but all depends on how many are out there, the demand. All right, guys, thanks for joining the miner. You know what? I do have one more we'll show off for anybody who, there we go. How about a Gonzo midlock FRN? And this would be a knife from the modern, and so I'm not expecting it to dazzle you with its covers, but it is very useful cutting tool with 440C. 440C runs about 1% carbon. 1095 runs about 1% carbon. So this is just stainless. It has some chrome added, and this one is a carbon steel. But I expect we might see similar performance out of them. Thanks again.